don't want to be disrespectful in any way here at all, but I looked at the semi-final lineup for both categories, and I almost felt, because I think that's probably why Fayan decided to try to put the importance back on power, because the majority of artists over the last, I would say, decade have been leaning towards that type of groovy, up-tempo groovy.
Well, the cycles, right? I mean, there was a period where a lot of the more fast-paced stuff was kind of at the forefront. Sometimes it's just the ebb and flow of stuff is natural. So I think to force it is counterproductive.
Right.
You know,
and that's what I think is happening here. In other words, we were saying,
which is why the subcategories do the service, because the music naturally, organically does what it has to do in different times because of the environment, how people thinking, just the mood of the place. So, you know.
But at the same time, when I think when William Monroe created the groovy category as a new category, it was done because people felt at the time a lot of the slower paced soca songs were getting sidelined. Only what we call power was seen as a real soca, and that is all that got in the soca Monroe competition. So it was created as a way to expand the competition and to give other people a voice. But then the concern is now swung too far the other way, where groovy is kind of dominated. However, I'd like to throw a cat among the pigeons, because if you go down that route, there's stuff that's groovy, there's stuff that's power, and there's stuff that's somewhere inside the middle, like a bus. Technically, it's a road march, and a road march song does not have to be, it's not always about tempo.
Which song you call this, no?
Like a bus. So you can have a song like a bus that is technically not groovy kind of thing. It's basically what you used to call a long time a Lego, which is a road march thing to have there on the road. And that sits somewhere in the middle. According to the category, it's groovy because of the BPM, but it's definitely very different from a typical groovy song and without the energy of power. So maybe we should have a third category.
You see that? It's just you're going down further down the rabbit hole.
But let me ask a direct question. Because if it is, can the groovy stuff compete with the power stuff in the same competition and be judged equally, properly? Can that happen?
I feel it could.
You feel it could?
That's my opinion. Because there are songs right now, I won't call any particular names, but we see you in the fets, right? And you're breaking away. So some of the groovier stuff, without it being up-tempo, just the energy of the music will make you enjoy yourself, will make you Lego, as it is.
Yeah, because at one stage, back in William Monroe days, when the Soca Monarch was at its height and the power was driving it, you could have looked at the competition, you could have looked at the final lineup and know that, hey, these two power songs going at each other, whether it's Marshall and Iowa, whether it's, and it was almost okay, the reaction of who got the crowd to do what it needs to do would tip the...
And dare I say right now, it would have seemed that a groovy song
could do the same
would have won it.
Yeah, because it's always about big tunes. Right? Back in the days, it wasn't about power versus groovy. It was like, who had the big tune?
Right.
And this is where the dichotomy started. I think really the year when Kes had What Less. It was clear now suddenly the groovy category, you had an absolutely massive song in the groovy category and absolutely massive songs in the power category. And then the question came about, okay, so why is it now valued at less? So to me, it's about big tunes. But I do know there are persons that feel that power should be judged differently or have a different criteria to groovy, etc.
How do you feel, Rice?
Right. So as a producer, when someone comes to me with a song, check what I look for. First thing, song, is composition. Is it a good composition? In that, does it have lyrics? Was the theme? Does it have a great melody? Does the lyrics and the melody work together to support? And lyrics doesn't necessarily mean big words. You don't have to have plenty words to have good lyrics. You can have a very simple song. A great song.
It's a classic.
So it doesn't do with style of music. A good song is a good song. It's my argument. Because a similar thing, I'm a voting member of the Grammys, and there's a Song of the Year category. It's not you have subcategories, but you have rap songs up against ballads, up against rock songs, and trust me, there's a lot of debate inside there as well. Can we judge these things equally? But it takes certain criteria.
So that answers my question.
Big songs, big song.
But then you also have to look at, as a producer, the performance of the song. How is the singer singing it? How is the singer delivering it? What is their pitching like? What's their diction? Can they sell the song? So at the end of the day, that's my take on it. And by that, I think that's why I tend to feel that Soca, Chutney, Power, Groovy, Rapso, well, no, Rapso is a mission of a competition, all have a place, all have a place in the Calypso Monarch competition, which is what I would love to see. They should not, because the thing is, we're down a road now, where, because back in the day, that's what I felt, that Soca should not be judged by the same set of criteria
as Calypso.
As Calypso. And to my mind, that led to...
that led to where we are now.
Yes, it led to one form of Calypso has been kind of pushed to the forefront. It also led to one form of Soca being pushed to the forefront as well.
I don't know the time, but Rembunction, just as an artist, I mean, how would you feel if the organizers are telling you, you have a groovy song and you have a big tune, and they're telling you, listen, you could compete, but you're only worth $10.
Exactly, you take umbrage to that.
You're not worth $100. You're only worth $10.
Exactly, you take umbrage to that. So to collaborate, I mean, don't expatiate on that. The fact is, you can have your subcategories where you get your prize money for that. But as I say, put them on equal footing, right? And then you put it all under the umbrella of the Calypso. End of story. Simple, right? Show respect to all of them. Similarly, but then at the top of it all, Calypso, and then you bring it down from there. It's simple, it's real simple.
But I think on the other side of it as well, two things to bear in mind. On the prize money this year for Soca Monarch, both Groovy and Power have increased quite a bit over the past years.
Right.
This is one of the things that Fair and saying prize money is now, it has been raised. It had declined in previous years, it's now kind of raised. I suspect, I may not agree, I suspect what is being done is a way to incentivize people that by making Power worth more, then maybe more artists will be encouraged to come with Power songs.
Sometimes we ramble on here, and sometimes it's needed because, as I said, when I don't, not to be disrespectful, but I looked at the two lineups, and I thought the Power lineup was almost a forced lineup, and that's just based on the big tunes in the Carnival can all be seen in the Groovy category. The big tunes, and the big tunes. The singers of the big tunes, you're telling them that you're only worth $500,000 on that night. You cannot, because they're putting in a box here. You cannot get the $1 million prize. I mean, I'm not an artist, and when I read it, I felt like no, the big song of the season not being credited with the big prize. That's how I felt.
But it's like how you talk about back in the day, they used to use similar devices to prevent certain things from happening. You were mentioning road march with foreign songs and things like that. We could be here.
We could be here all
day. So don't get me started. But it's just like a chip on the ice.
Is it too late to put an even keel?
Well, I think one thing, as Fair put it, I think it has not really been finalized. In that, as you said, the prize money depends on sponsorship.
Right.
So I think it's possible there's still room for that aspect of it, or that evening out to take place. I don't really know exactly what their plans what their plans are. But I know Fair sees it as a mission to always rescue the competition, which I feel it has been, it's very close to our heart.
It
has been declining over the last few years. So this is her way of rescuing it or running it. If I was in charge, you were in charge, we may do something
differently,
I think it's very easy to be a kind of a Monday morning quarterback, let's say. The other thing I will say is, it's a long Carnival season. And a lot could change in the next
couple of weeks.
So you might be thinking of what is the big songs. No. Picture might be very different. Carnival
the power might rise. The power might rise.
As I say, the light bill played.
The light bill pays the power back one.
The power back one.
I lie down.
But the one thing I would say, how should I put it this way? Let's bear in mind that road march is not always about tempo and power. I will say no more at this stage. And they have been, over the years, since the 70s, they were pushing the tempo, and the whole idea that the road march should be about tempo started back in 72, 73, Maestro, Rose, everyone was temporary.
road,
But every
yeah.
now and then a song comes out from nowhere,
just groove, yeah.
and just for road marches, a
holds-
spirit, a
and
vibe,
holds the
and
people.
hold everyone.
Yeah.
What I'll say is watch that space. I would say was my pick for road march, but
Get have mice back.
so very interesting here.
Mice, thank you very much. Rembunction, thanks a lot for weighing in.
Definitely,
Continue doing your stuff. Rembunction Reloaded on social media, guys. Check it out. It's Instagram alone.
Instagram, Facebook, social media, YouTube.
All the channels, some nice, interesting, very, very thought-provoking and stuff that he's dropping there. It's all Soca. I think that's the message. It's all Soca, and Mike push it a bit further. It's all Calypso. That's the mother.
It's a living vibration, rooted deep within our Caribbean
belly. Code David, code
King David, rather. We take a short break. Carnival chat, guys. When we come back, much more. Stay with us.